Hey PC gamers, and welcome back to the PC Gamer Chat Log. I'm Lauren Morton.
And hey everyone, I'm Mollie Taylor.
And this week Mollie and I are bringing on our news writer Josh Wolens to talk about game achievements. The history, sort of a loose history of game achievements as we remember it. Our current experiences with chasing achievements in games, and whether it feels good or it has started to feel a little bit like a chore. Opinions differ, and the lengths that we're willing to go to perfect or platinum or whatever a game on your platform of choice. But before we get into that, Mollie, what did you do last week? Did you play any games last week, Mollie, or were you just chilling?
I was kind of chilling. Well, okay, no, I tell a lie. I was playing.
Were you playing Nikkei?
I was playing Nikkei. Okay, I was playing Nikkei. The anniversary event is almost over.
Are we at 4 weeks straight of Nikkei right now?
Yeah, I've been playing that every day. I've been playing it every single day. It's going well. I say it's going well. Never, ever play a gacha game, start a gacha game the same time as all your friends.
You'll never leave.
I do not recommend doing it, because what happens is one of you gets really, really good luck, and then the rest of you get average or really shitty luck. I am firmly in the latter camp where my luck has not been great. So all of my friends who I started playing the same day as are now way ahead of me progression wise, and I am severely behind just because I don't have very good units. I have some good units, but not to the extent that my friends do, and it really sucks. It really sucks to see how much better they can do than me just because they had better luck than me. It sucks. Don't do it. But I'm enjoying it. I'm having fun. I was also playing my Switch, this game called Fashion Dreamer.
Oh, I keep seeing this on social media.
Yeah, I think there's a video going around where there's a girl that's crying. She's sobbing her eyes out. And this guy comes along and just goes, "Oh, your outfit's nice," and just takes it. But I'm a huge fan of Sin Sophia, the developer. They made a series of games called Style Savvy in the US and Style Boutique in Europe. They made 4 of those games. I played all of them. So as a loyalist, I also picked up Fashion Dreamer. It's okay.
Oh.
Yeah, it's okay.
It's very shiny and frilly. That everything I keep seeing of it is very shiny and frilly.
I think it doesn't help that I was back on a Style Boutique wild play session a couple months back. So I have those games fresh in my mind, and then going into Fashion Dreamer, it was
it just doesn't measure up.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's fine. But it's been keeping me occupied. I've been streaming it to my friends, but I don't have a capture card, so that means putting my webcam on the desk, putting my Switch in front of the webcam, and playing while looking over.
You're that girl.
Webcam. Yeah, it's still 2005 Bandicamp core, but I'm here for it. So that's what I've been doing this week. Not a lot of PC gaming. Sorry to PC gamer. How about you, Lauren?
This week, let's see. I finished Jusant, which I started last week and talked about some, the climbing game. I think it wound up being 4 hours or maybe a little bit more than that. Good game, really enjoyed it. I like the climbing stuff, as I talked about last week. It is one of those games with a nice soundtrack in the background for these emotional moments, and it has this funky little animal companion thing that has an ability that's part of the puzzle solving, and just me and voiceless animal companions. Just it doesn't matter what happens at the end of the game. It will make me cry. I don't care what the story is. It could be happy, it could be sad, and I'm just a tear factory. So I was sniffling through the end of that, and it's really not worth crying that much over. It was just kind of nice. So that was good. And then I just dabbled in a bunch of other things. I feel continuing on the cozy core month that I'm having right now, and I don't want to call out things that I bounced off of. Let's see what I picked back up again, the Cosmic Wheel Sisterhood, though, last night, and I think I'm going to keep playing more of that this week. The one where you like are building your own tarot deck and you're like designing them, like just like taking little pieces and putting them together. They have like different meanings depending on how you design them. And you've got like this demon that you've made a deal with because you're a witch in like exile or something like that. So excited to see where that story goes. It's very like irreverent, quippy dialogue that like kind of toes the line of like I bounce off that like style of character writing, but
Like
it
very
like
like Whedon speak, like Buffy, or is it more like High School movie from like the early 2010s?
No, it's the like it's the I'm very clever side, so I don't want to it's I don't want to call it entirely like Buffy. It's not like that just happened, but it's definitely like they're all very clever and they have references and everybody gets every reference back and forth kind of. I don't know, maybe it doesn't have like literal references that much. It's just in that style. It feels like that style to me.
I
And
know
I
exactly
am
what you're on
enjoying it
about.
though. So that's been fun. I am gonna play more of that. I'm liking it. That's not one that I bounced off of. So that's what I did last week, I think, for the most part. Just sort of again snacking on a bunch of different things, racing the backlog to the end of the year. Pretty much. We've reached that point in the year. But yeah, let's grab Josh so we can talk about game achievements, the things that take a lot of effort. Hey, Josh, thank you for joining Mollie and I today to talk about achievements, the history of achievements, your history with achievements, all of the achievements we've ever gotten, and whether or not we even care about them. I think you do, though, right? Is that what we brought you on, is you care about achievements?
I care far too deeply about achievements, especially Steam achievements, which are, I think, objectively the worst form of achievements across all platforms.
Oh, no.
True. I can't wait. I can't wait to hear this because I'm kind of in your camp as well, Josh. Like, I do care, but I also agree Steam achievements are the worst. So I'm looking forward to talking about this. Lauren, is this another 2v1 episode?
Mollie, you just keep scheduling me for odd man outs is what you keep doing. Because I have thoughts about achievements, but the truth is I don't care about them. Like whether or not I've 100%ed a game or anything like that, I do not keep track. I think the only time that achievements really get to me is in MMOs. Because they have like native achievements usually. So I don't usually care about the meta level achievements like Steam achievements, PSN trophies, Xbox gamer score achievements. They've never mattered to me that much, but when you put them inside my MMO, then I'm a sad little freak who can't stop playing and killing each of every different faction type to make the little meter go up. But yeah, not so much the other ones. Okay, tell me why Steam achievements are the worst achievements though.
Josh.
Because they're just nonsense. I could go and download an app right now and literally unlock every achievement in every game I own. Like they're completely meaningless. If you see someone has an achievement on Steam, it does not actually mean that they've put in the work, the noble work and labor to actually go and get those things. You know, at least on a PlayStation or an Xbox or whatever. You know, if someone has an achievement, it means they have done a thing in a game. But yeah, Steam in particular, it's so tamperable that it's completely meaningless.
That wasn't even my reason, but I agree with that actually. It's so easy to just fake your Steam achievements. I think for me it's like there's like a percentage, right? It tells you how many like what percentage of people have an achievement. But
yes,
for me there's no like good way to see at a glance like how many achievements someone has, right? Like you look at someone's Xbox profile, immediately the first thing you see is their gamer score. It's like their name and their gamer score. You look at someone's like PSN profile, it's like their name, their level, and their like trophy number of like each trophy type. And with Steam, like achievements do not correlate to level. Achievements are just there existing. And like, I don't know, I just think that's kind of lame.
I'm just imagining people's profiles, and now I'm thinking about dating profiles, and I dare everyone to put your Steam achievement or Xbox gamer score in your dating profile. Just do it. I challenge you. See what happens. Be like, I have 100%ed 50 games, and my total gamer score is, just go full gamer on your dating profile. I dare you.
That would be amazing. If I was single, I would do that.
Automata. Come on.
What part of what you're highlighting, Josh, is the fact that I think achievements have changed over the years. Because like back in the day, I mean, achievements kind of this thing we think of as achievements really started on Xbox. I think when they started in like 2005 thereabouts, and then Steam achievements started in 07, and then PSN trophies, I guess, were in 08. So it was all right about in that time when we decided the meta achievements were like fun and cool and a thing that we should all be chasing down. But like in those early days, I had this gut feeling. And so I went to like pick a couple examples and try to confirm it of like what things were achievements. And in, I think, Halo 2, you can start like see the way that achievements used to be. Like there's an achievement for each difficulty level and completing the entire game on that difficulty level. And then there's an achievement for each level having done that one particular level on each difficulty level. And there are some like wild, silly things in here too about like blowing up a Banshee in flight while manned with grenades or the rocket launcher. And that's, I guess, worth 20 gamer points. Like really weird trick shot stuff in amongst the like, you know, more normal things. But then you go to like look at Halo Infinite Steam achievements, and oh my gosh, the bloat, the number of there's too many. For starters, there are too many achievements. But I mean, like 66% of people have the achievement for completing one daily challenge, and then completing one weekly challenge, and then earn a 2,000 score in a matchmaking game. Just like you get achievements now for just like playing the game, and I recognize I'm about to start sounding like everybody gets a participation trophy. And like no, but yes, kind of. I don't care about your gamer score. Like I don't care if it's too high. So I guess it's fine that you're getting all these achievements, but I don't want those achievements for doing nothing. I have like one achievement for every chapter of the story. That's so standard now. Like almost any game you do, you get an achievement for just like each section of the game that you like make it through. And yeah, it's like so bloated, and even stuff that like very few people have in Halo Infinite is like not quite as cool as the Halo 2 stuff. Like I don't know, earn a chain reaction with a shock rifle in a match-made game. Like okay, all right, but I haven't like looked through all of them. But just like on the face, there's so many, and none of them seem quite as cool as the trick shots in Halo 2. But then I went back and looked at the first Assassin's Creed game Xbox achievements, and thank you Ubisoft for being Ubisoft, because you do start to see things in here like go through every dialogue with Lucy and like find all of the flags in Damascus, and you're like, oh great,
oh god,
your achievements are just collecting the things on your map in your game. Ubisoft, you've always been this way. Why?
Yeah, like I feel like we went from one extreme to the other, right? I remember some achievements back when I was like a little Xbox 360 gamer. I remember some achievements like on that console just being fucked. Like they were so like it was like no respect for your time, no respect for your skill level. If you were a scrub who had a full-time job, like good luck. Good luck ever like getting 1,000 G on this game. You'll never
achieve anything in video games.
That's kind of what it was, right? And I feel like back then it was less like complimentary to the game you were playing and more just like we're gonna throw some violently difficult things at you, deal with it. And now I think a lot of people kind of want or expect that like completionist mindset of being able to go in and like completely 100% a game and then be able to like put it down and walk away from it. Because when you had mentioned this, Lauren, about achievements being more difficult, the first thing that came to my head is there used to be, I forget which Guitar Hero it was, there was an achievement, it was called like Bladder of Steel or something, and it was for running the entire song list. It was called like the Endless Song List or something. It was about 6 hours long, and you had to play every single song, no break, no pausing the game, and it like knew if you were trying to kind of fandangle it as well. And you had to do all of that without pausing or breaking or failing as well. Obviously, like you couldn't fail, so you had to have like some level of engagement, right? Just like pressing, even if you were playing on the easiest difficulty, you had to press some buttons. But that was about a 6-hour gauntlet.
It's like a game show-esque challenge. It's like, perform for me. Do good
like
luck.
You would never see that these days. Like if a Guitar Hero came out this year, you would not see an achievement that would force you to sit down and play the game for 6 hours with no breaks and no pausing.
I feel like you used to see loads of ones that were basically completely unattainable in the sense of like, you know, whatever the latest Call of Duty and, you know, whatever year it was would always have like a come top of the global leaderboard, like literally be the best player of this game in the world, which I feel like you wouldn't put in an achievement list anymore. And I think the other thing is like kind of bouncing off what Lauren was saying, like it's almost the increasing, like it's just our live service hell as well, in the sense that like achievements have been integrated into this thing of getting you to log in. Okay, I'm going to get my achievement for logging in today, and I'll buy some platinum in Diablo while I'm at it and buy a sick new cosmetic thing.
Dailies weren't enough. We already have dailies.
Exactly, but you know, that those super hard achievements, they don't get people coming back. So
yeah.
No.
Do you have any super weird, like specific achievements, Josh?
I don't think. I think probably the hardest like set of achievements I've got was all the Spelunky ones.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That is tough.
Which took me a very, very long time to do. There was actually, I think, like the final achievement I got was, I think they had one for like you had to go through the whole game without like picking up any money, getting any of the gold in that game, which I think there's literally a 6-year gap in between my penultimate achievement in that game and then getting that final fucking thing.
Oh my god!
Yeah, but I've never been top of a global leaderboard of anything. God no.
No. Was that like actively attempting, or was that like very on and off over those?
No, that was actively attempting because I have a sickness of the brain.
For Spelunky, I have a sickness and I need more Spelunky.
I don't think I've ever done like super difficult achievements. I am that person where I like my silly little completionist, being able to be in and out with my platinum in like not that much longer than it would take me to play the game, right? But I do remember probably the one that I'm the proudest of, I would say, is Mirror's Edge had an achievement which was like not shooting a single bullet for the entire game. So like you would not, there are guns in that game and you can like grab guns off of people, but generally they want you to just like dispose of them, right? But you can shoot with them if you want, but the achievement is to like not do that. And I remember getting to like a later level and I was having such a hard time. I was like 13 when the game came out as well, and I was still not very good at games, so I was really struggling. I was having such a hard time, and I remember like grabbing a gun off a guy and being so tempted to like use it. But I was there to myself, I was like, no, Mollie, I was like, you've gotten this far. I was like, you can't do this. And I kept trying. And eventually it was like an 80G achievement, which was like a pretty big like score to get for an Xbox achievement. And I remember getting it, and it was like the most satisfying feeling of like, I felt like I'd like persevered, and my behavior had been rewarded. I reckon if I replayed it start to finish now, it would be so easy to just not do that. But back then, for little child Mollie, it was so good.
It's an agonizing moral quandary. Like like a proper moral choice you're encountering.
No shooting, only punching instead. Mm-hmm. So
I've never tried super hard. I don't feel like, again, probably in like the original Guild Wars, I think I put a lot of effort into certain achievements, like in their internal ones. There was a particular like map clearing challenge on like hardcore mode where I think you had to clear every enemy on the map because they didn't respawn in the original Guild Wars. But my partner for a while wanted to 100% Stardew Valley on Steam, and so was, you know, you have to sell one of every item, you have to like do all these other like very, you know, get everything, do everything type achievements. And the last one was the arcade game that you can play in the bar in Stardew Valley, something of the Mountain King or something like that. It's this like arcade bullet hell deal, and I think you're supposed to complete or like win that game. And I think he did put that down and walk away for months at a time before finally getting it. I think he did eventually finish it. But I know it took a lot of effort and a lot of frustration. I remember a lot of anger and sadness related to the Mountain King arcade game in Stardew Valley. So
yeah, that's hard. I don't think I've done that either. So
I just reject mini games inside of games, or like games inside of games. Yes. I think other people like them, and I'm just like, no, you will not make me do this. I am playing this game. I'm not going to go play another game inside your game. You can't make me.
This is the correct principal position. Absolutely.
It is absolutely the correct way to do it. I think most of my missed achievements in games are to do with mini games within their games. I just I hate doing them with a passion.
I think I played all of The Witcher 3 without doing any Gwent as well. Also, I'm so stubborn, and for what? I played the standalone Gwent, and I was like, oh, Gwent is pretty fun. Maybe I should have played it during The Witcher 3. And I should have, because there's like good quest lines tied to it. And I was just like, no, I refuse.
Yeah, no, my exception is absolutely Gwent, actually. Gwent was... Witcher 3 is a mini game within Gwent, as far as I'm concerned. But yeah, it makes me think of, I think it was Yakuza 2, Kwame. Did it have the, if you've played it, it had like a gang warfare mode?
Oh,
I don't have time for I barely have time for Yakuza 2. I don't have time for this whole bolt-on, whatever that was.
Yakuza 2 is a great game, and I love Yakuza minigames generally. That is the exception to my problem with minigames, is I play almost everything in Yakuza. But yeah, the clan war mode or whatever it's called, it's like this weird RTS inside of Yakuza. Yeah, I'm like, no, I can't. It's, like you said, very bolted on. It's very strange. What about games you've 100%ed? Have either of you guys actually done any 100%s?
Yeah. Oh, Josh, I want to know how many games you have 100%ed.
I have 11. Steam calls them perfect games, which is a misnomer as far as I'm concerned. And I even have the stupid, like, the little showcases you can get on Steam for thing. I'm so proud am I of these achievements, and I don't think that's too high a word. That I've put that as like my number one completionist thing on my Steam profile. So yeah, I've got Spelunky is one of them. Mm-hmm. So this year I did all of the Mass Effect Legendary Edition. I got all of the like 200 something achievements in that. Send help, please. Metal Gear Solid 5 and Ground Zeroes, I 100%ed. Nier Automata, I 100%ed. Life is Strange, Hotline Miami, Vampire the Masquerade, Shadows in New York. And the outlier here is Destroy All Humans. You remember the Destroy All Humans remake? Which is not a game I particularly enjoy, but it is a game I played during lockdown in the pandemic. So it's on my list of special games that I've got all the achievements in. But yeah, for me, I feel like it's like partially why I find them so compelling is I don't really care about achievements like my first time through a game. So I'm just playing a game to play it, whatever. But I think I'm subject to such brain rot that I can't replay a game unless I feel like I'm somehow being productive in playing it. And if I'm getting new achievements when I replay it, that means I'm doing something.
Yes.
So it is like an excuse to go back and replay these games, and then almost like, it is almost like a digital equivalent of putting them on my special section of my shelf for games I really like, plus Destroy All Humans, which is also there for some reason. But yeah.
So you've got 11. I have slightly less than you. So I have 6 on Steam. Anyway, I have 6 perfect games, but they're all like very short games. So I have like a little like RPG maker horror called Mad Father. That was like one of my first ones. I also, rather embarrassingly, I think Honeycam Studio was for a long time my only 100% perfected game, because a friend bought it for me as a joke, and all of those achievements are dicks. Like, they're just like different metal dicks, you've got bronze dicks, you've got silver dicks, you've got gold dicks, and you've got platinum dicks. And that's what they all are. And I thought that was so funny that I was like, I'm going to play 32 hours of this game to 100% it. And it was it was the worst decision I have ever made. And because it got to a point where I was like, this can't be my only perfect game. So that's when Mad Father came along. And then I've got like Cook Serve Delicious, which is like a surprisingly tough like cooking restaurant sim type thing. Surprisingly difficult, really fun. So yeah, it's like very short games that just try and hide the fact that for a long time it was just Honeycomb Studio. But when I was a console player, I was a pretty big trophy hunter. So on like in the Xbox 360 days, me and my dad used to compete with each other to see who could get more gamer score. That is long dead now. I moved away from Xbox a long time ago, but I have like 61 platinums on PlayStation. I would say, yeah, this again was a product of the pandemic. Was like I played a lot of games in the pandemic. 2020 was like obviously COVID, but it was also when I graduated university, so I had like a few months where I just had nothing to do. I did not have a job.
Pure gamer mode.
Yeah, I went pure gamer mode. I went turbo gamer mode, like fully. So I was like playing games that were on my backlog, and I was cleaning up achievements in a lot of games that I had played but had not gotten all the trophies for, right? So 2020 was the year that I think I earned something like 40 platinums. That year, yeah, it was in the realms of like pure disgusting brain rot. It was not it was not good. But I'm reformed since then, mostly because Steam achievements are boring, but I am a fully reformed gamer at this point. Do you have any perfects?
I think the only game I've ever 100%ed on purpose was on PlayStation. It was Horizon Zero Dawn when it was before it came to PC. And I did actually platinum that because I think I got through playing it and I just sort of realized that I had most of the trophies and the rest of the ones remaining were like for some of those like shooting gallery, like special things that you go and find around the map, like little challenge sections and like a couple other things. And, I was like, you know what? I'm pretty close. Maybe I'll just like get the rest of them for kicks because I was having a real good time with that game. And I just was like, here's a reason to play some more. And I think I did platinum it in like my playtime was still only 40 hours or something like that. Oh. Like, surprisingly, for the fact that it's such an open world game and like it felt like a long story game, really wasn't actually that long, even after sort of accidentally getting into achievement hunting. And then I do have some perfects on Steam, but none that were on purpose or none that I meant to get. One of them is for a utility called Borderless Gaming, which is a piece of software that for games that don't have a borderless window mode, it will force it into borderless window mode. So that I ran in the background a lot. I have 3,000 hours in Borderless Gaming, in case you wanted to know. God. And I have the one achievement, and it's probably for like launching the game. I don't know what it's for. I have 100%ed To the Moon, little indie cult classic game, which also has one single achievement, I think, for reaching the end of the game, if I remember correctly. And I've 100%ed Soma, which I enjoy. It's a good horror thriller game, quite like Soma, and that has 10 achievements. And then I did look at them really quickly, and I'm pretty sure those are also like one per area. They're just like, you got through this until you get to the end of the game. So yeah, that's all I have for 100% on Steam, though. I didn't do any of those on purpose. They just happened by accident.
Do you find, because I feel like when I hear about people talking about platinum in games, they're talking about platinum in games like on PlayStation. Mm-hmm. I feel like I never hear people talk about doing it on Xbox or PC. But if I understand right, I don't have a PlayStation, but if I understand right, you get all the achievements in a PlayStation game. That's when you get the platinum, right? The platinum is I have gotten all the achievements. you think that's actually motivating in a way? Like getting that final, like, congratulations thing?
It totally is. Because I think on Xbox, I don't know if it's still the case, but on Xbox, it used to be like 1,000 G'ing a game, which just does not have the same ring to it, right? Like,
yeah, that doesn't feel as good.
Oh, I have 1,000 G'd this game. Okay, good for you. I platinumed a game. Damn, that's hot as fuck. Like,
that's
what?
The best metal.
I love platinums. I think, being able to see immediately, like, okay, I have 61 platinums. I have been, like, degenerate inside little hermit enough to go out of my way to complete 61 games, like, to their fullest. And I definitely think being able to see that at a glance, seeing that number go up, is such like it's a little serotonin boost. Like it feels so good. Seeing like 6 perfect games, I don't care. 61 platinums,
yep.
I don't know, it just feels like premium somehow.
I agree. I would not have platinumed Horizon Zero Dawn if platinuming was not the standard on PlayStation. I do not think I would have been enticed. I would have just been like, well, I had fun with that game and I would have put it down. But then I happened to look at my PlayStation trophies and I was like, oh, well, I just need like 5 more and I get the platinum trophy. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And like some PlayStation games don't have platinums as well. Like they just have, a lot of like the kind of smaller games don't have platinums. I don't know why. I don't know like the logistics of what games do and don't get platinums. But if I see like a cool little game and it doesn't have a platinum, I am far less likely to like play it or like go out of my way to get trophies on it. Like that is the stage that I was at. Like I remember back when they first introduced trophies as well, they weren't mandatory. I think when Xbox like launched with their gamer score system, I think every single game had to do that. And then, you know, like Sony was a few years later, and I think at the time it was not compulsory. So some games were still launching without trophies. And I remember this like gorgeous looking JRPG, Eternal Sonata, releasing. And I was like, this JRPG looks so cool. And I bought the game and I put it in and I like went to go look at the trophy list. And I was like, where are the trophies? And there were no trophies. I did not play that game. I have not played that game.
Oh no.
I feel so bad. Like now I would do it because I'm not like a stupid gamer anymore. But at the time I was like, I don't care. So
there's no point. You're not getting anything out of it.
Yeah, exactly. Right. I'm kind of the same as you, Josh. Like it's that like feeling productive. It's playing the game and feeling like I'm actually getting something for it, even if it's just some like arbitrary number or JPEG of a trophy. Like
these
it makes
all going
me feel...
on my gamer CV.
Yeah, exactly.
At some point, I'll get a reward.
It's all adding to my gamer CV, and I do still kind of feel that with Steam. Like I was at one point going through a phase where I was trying to clean up like a ton of achievements on games that I cared about. But the difference is like when I played on PlayStation, I would get trophies for games that I didn't care about. So I've sort of grown a little bit, not too much. Like I played Terminator Salvation on the PS3 because apparently it had an easy platinum. Like that's the level of I wanted trophies. I didn't finish it though because it was that bad. So
I remember at my school, people were passing around a edition of that King Kong game for the 360, which I feel like it was like contraband. Everyone was passing around to get the stupid 1,000 game points because you only had to play it for like half an hour or something together. It's a sick society.
People cared so much on console, and I definitely feel like that level of care just isn't there as much on PC. I don't know.
Oh, I have unlocked a memory of high school where my friends and I, there was a short period of time. I don't think this joke actually went anywhere. I think we thought it was funny and then didn't go anywhere with it. But I think at one point we put signs on our lockers for our achievement score, and we would just make stuff up and write them on each other's signs of achievements we have done throughout the day. Like,
oh my god.
I don't think it was a very well realized system or gag. I think it lasted about the amount of time that it took to put the signs on the lockers. But yeah, the gamer score meant something. Like it was actually because that would have been approximately the year 2000. 6 or 7. So right when those things were like new and hot, we were actually concerned with our gamer scores, I guess.
Is this a false memory, or is it like when the 360 first came out, were they talking about being able to do things with those points? Like, did they ever say like, oh, you can trade in your gamer points for who knows, I don't know, like avatars or something? Or am I making that up?
I have no idea.
I also can't remember. I'm going to be real with you. I can't remember. And also, I don't remember what you do with... isn't that what you do with Steam achievements now? Like, I know I have like the special profile dealy bob, and I don't remember how I got it or why.
No, you only get points on Steam for like giving Steam money.
Oh, okay. And that's that other weird point system
yeah.
where you unlock the little cosmetic dealies for your profile, and then why do people do achievement hunting then? Because that's like a whole other thing. Like on Steam, people pass around like you said, Josh, just like weirdo shovelware stuff, and like these are the best games to get like more achievements in.
Yeah.
I came into this conversation and I don't remember why do people do that? Why do they care? I don't recall.
I think because there is nothing to, like, you've got, Steam has all these weird systems, right? It has its trading cards, it has its whole inventory stuff, it has these Steam points now. None of them, as far as I know anyway, are tied to achievements in any way whatsoever. Like, I have no idea. It's weird. It's like this weird, like, distinct little separate universe that has nothing to do with anything and means nothing, and yet I have wasted hundreds of hours of my life pursuing.
Confirmed in the Steam forums. What's the point of Steam achievements anyway?
Bragging
rights and/or satisfaction. What are we doing here?
Like, even if they tied it to like your Steam level or something, like PSN does, like you have a level on PSN and that is tied to like the trophies that you have, and each trophy is weighted differently depending on like how good it is. Like bronze is weighted less than platinum trophies. Like achievements on Steam mean nothing, and like I said, I still care about them because I have that completionist mindset. I like kind of proving that I have played a game enough to warrant having all of the achievements in it. And like you said, Josh, I think it's nice to have it as like a little display case of games that you really liked and that you liked so much you wanted to complete them. But yeah, I don't know, they're just no fun on Steam. You don't get like a fun little noise. You don't get a fun, like, it just comes up in the corner. There's a little noise. The noise, they changed it, right? When they changed like the Steam overlay, I think they changed the achievement noise. It is more satisfying now, I will admit that, but it never used to be.
And I will say, have either of you been playing Alan Wake 2?
No.
Because that's only on the Epic Store. I mean, I said at the beginning that Steam achievements are the most worthless, but actually, let me introduce you to the Epic's game store.
That's so bad.
Oh, right. They added achievements. I forgot they added those as opposed to other.
But it's amazing because, like, you're getting, Alan Wake 2 achievements or whatever for like finishing chapters, shooting whatever in the head. But the Epic noise is like this incredibly chirpy, like, did it? So it's like something incredibly ominous. Someone's got their head torn off. There's blood everywhere, guts all over the floor, and then Epic's just going "ta-da!" like at you every now and then. It completely like fouls up the mood of every scene in that game. Sorry, you just completely sparked that like memory of this.
Epic achievements suck. Me and Wes Fenlon, who has been on this podcast previously, we were playing through Stranger of Paradise on Epic. And the noise is just so, like, intrusive. Like, I know I just complained that Steam's achievement noise wasn't fun enough. Epic's is too fun. It is too fun. It's too goofy with it. It is, oh my god, every time, like, we would get an achievement, me and Wes would just be like, ugh. Like, oh my god, go away. Yeah, Epic achievements suck. They are, like, there's Steam achievements, and then there's Epic.
I mean, it's bad as well because you have to like. There's not even a setting in Epic, I think, to like just turn that noise. Like you have to jury rig, like so you have to go into the volume settings on your like sound mixing in Windows, turn down the Epic Game Store, but leave Alan Wake or whatever game you're playing turned up. Yeah, totally. It's terrible.
Oh my god.
That has made me bring up the Epic Store and look, and because they were like, we're adding achievements, you click on your little profile image, and that's the top thing is you can just like click all of your achievements, which is more fiddly to find in Steam, actually, to find all of your achievements. You have to click through several different things, and you have to Google it to figure out how other people did it. Hitman. I am 53% in Hitman because, as we know, I'm still not finished with Hitman, and I've put I don't know how many hours into it, probably 40 or 50 hours in Hitman.
Rightfully so,
yeah. Stubbornly, I just like basically don't go to the next level until I've gotten all the achievements I want for the one prior. So I haven't seen the last 2 levels of the game yet because I just not ready yet. It's not time. So.
I literally, speaking of which, I think the first game I ever platinumed 100%ed, whatever you call it, I believe was Hitman Blood Money on the Xbox 360.
Oh yeah,
that was the very first one. They're pretty good for it. Those games, their structure works very well with that kind of like that constantly mastering these maps kind of thing works very well for an achievement system.
Yeah, and the in-game achievements they have for Hitman are super great. And that's definitely part of what compelled me to keep playing more of Hitman was all of the very good like trick shot style challenges that they put in Hitman of like do a certain level a certain way, or and there are the standard ones of like no kill, no being seen. However, there's a better phrase for it than that. I forget what it is.
Yeah, you've got me thinking, Josh. I'm trying to think what my first ever like completed achievement list was on a game. It might have been Final Fantasy 13 2, which is such a like a random game for it to be my first 1,000
13-2.
Yeah, 13-2. This was when I was still playing on my 360 as well. So I think that was the first 1000G game I got. I remember getting all the achievements on Minecraft, but at the time that was only 400G. So that was like that was not a lot of G's, that was not a lot of gamer scores.
I need more G's.
I need more G's. But when I was thinking about achievement, because I've played like a pretty healthy amount on like every platform at this point, I would say, I played like a lot on Xbox, I played a lot on PlayStation, I played a lot on PC throughout my life. I've like hopped between platforms quite a lot. And I remember like back when I played the 360, I don't know if they do this anymore, but you could do 0G achievements. And they were like, so they were often like joke achievements or kind of like meme achievements, or they were achievements that would like shame you. And Dead or Alive 4 has 3 achievements for its online mode, which is losing 5 games in a row, losing 10 games in a row, and losing 20 games in a row of like online against another player. And obviously, once you get those, they're locked in. They're on your profile like for life. And I did indeed get 20 straight losses in DOA Online, and that achievement is on there forever at 0G, and it sucks. And I hated that they did that. It was such a shame tactic.
Because you can't even lie and said that you did it for the points. That's the point. Right. No, but you did it to 100% it though. Even if it's worth 0 points, you did it. You lost 20 matches on purpose for the honor of having all the achievements.
Totally.
I feel like that's another thing you don't really see much of anymore, that kind of shaming thing. Which is a shame because I remember that brought back a memory of the first time I played Dark Souls 2. And like the first time you die, inevitably you get the achievement that's like, this is Dark Souls, you've died for the first time. And there was something admirable about that like swift kick to the bollocks of that achievement that just felt like, yes, this is great. I love Dark Souls. It hates me.
I think you guys were mentioning sort of like wanting to be able to do more with achievements, like especially on Steam. And it does make me wish for... I've complained before and like yelled at the clouds about how I miss the old internet and when social media was very highly customizable instead of the very like, unpersonalized apps that we have now. We can't mess with them and make them your own cute little home. I want to see that era of the internet back in some fashion or form. And I think like, part of that plays into like what I would want from achievements is, I want them to be in a little case in my little profile and I put it in a prominent spot that I have chosen in the layout of my cute little profile. And I, have all my little platinums or my perfect games there. And that's kind of what I really want from achievements, to make them mean more.
And it looks so cool. And it's like, I do really wish that Steam did more with its achievements. Like, I wish it was more than just like little icons and it's like, this is how many achievements you have. Yeah, okay, but like, how good were those achievements? How much skill did it take? yeah, like how much skill did it take for me to like get those achievements? And like I know this would never happen because Steam's customization is so closely tied to forcing you to spend money and RNG, which sucks. But it's like on console, like it used to be if you got certain achievements on Xbox, you would unlock profile pictures. And if you got like certain trophies on PlayStation, you would get like themes for your PS3 and you would get like little customization stuff. And I would love if Steam did something like that. Like, oh, you got all these achievements. How cool. Like have something that you can't get from trading card loot boxes or like buying with Steam points. Like it would be really nice to kind of have something like that. I want to be able to show off that I've played all these games and that I've played them well and that I've gone and done all these like silly little challenges and I've done all the entire alphabet of Near Automata endings. Like I want to be able to like show that off, and I love comparing myself with other people as well. Like, oh, this person's played this game, let me like see their achievements, which you can do in Steam, but like I don't know, it just doesn't feel as satisfying. I don't know what the problem is.
It all feels quite tucked away, that stuff as well. It just doesn't feel like the point of any of it. And the rarity thing as well, it would be better if, again, I think on PlayStation they have like bronze, silver, gold trophies, right, depending on how hard they are. Whereas Steam does that entirely based off like user data, so it's like you know you get the glowy if it's like under 10% of people have that achievement. Except what that means is like the rarest achievement showcase on my profile is just filled with the DLC for Tyranny, the Obsidian CRPG, because no one bought it or played it, so all the achievements for that DLC are incredibly rare because no one played that shit. Yeah, no, absolutely. But if they, it doesn't help Gabe Newell buy more knives, so we're stuck with this.
Yeah, and even your Steam level, like we were mentioning, that's also just tied to like money you spend in sales and like the badges that you make and like the whatever from spending money in sales. And then, the Steam points are also sort of connected to that ish for all your profile doodads. I don't know. It's like sort of another theme that like Discord helped kill a little bit. I won't blame Discord for everything, but as much as I love and use Discord every single day, I also will blame it for stuff. And one is, people used to do a little bit more socializing on Steam as a platform. People used to send Steam messages as instant messages and like do a little bit more like community stuff there. Not that it was great. I don't think their instant messaging system was anything to write home about, but I used it. And that and like, other third-party stuff to like organize with online friends, right? But now we have Discord. So nobody's ever like nobody's looking at your Steam profile. Like even if you could do any of these cool things, nobody's looking at it. Nobody's looking at your profile on Steam anymore. So yeah, I wish there were a new central place of congregating and looking at our game stuff. I don't know. I've said all this out loud. Now Discord's going to be like, import all your achievements from every platform and show them on your Discord profile. And be like, damn it.
Oh my God.
That's exactly what I asked for. Curse you, Discord.
I will hand it to Steam though. Like their sort of lack of care for achievements does make it easier sometimes for me to just put a game down when I'm like no longer enjoying it or when I've like finished it. I'm like, well, I don't care about getting all of this stuff that no one's ever going to see or appreciate me for. So like I find that a lot easier because I would find like when I was playing on PlayStation especially, I would not like pressure myself, but I would definitely feel a little more obligated to maybe like see a game through that I wasn't having tons of fun with. But on the flip side, it's also helped me to see more of games that I really enjoyed and wouldn't have necessarily done like side stuff in it otherwise. So it's kind of like a double-edged sword, really. Like I really enjoy that some trophies and like achievement lists take me off the beaten path and make me do stuff that I wouldn't have done otherwise. But I do also appreciate that no one cares about Steam achievements, so I have nothing to prove.
Who are you impressing? No one.
Yeah. Who am I impressing? On Steam, absolutely nobody.
So on console, do you often find yourself like looking at your friends' achievements or whatever then? Because I feel like even on console, I never care actually. You do?
I care so much. I have to be the winner at something. And if I am the winner at little numbers next to little JPEGs, then I'm good with that. Like, that satisfies me like just fine.
Beautiful.
All right, fair play. Yeah. I feel like it's like, yeah, all my Steam profile stuff, it's like, I'm doing this. It's for me. It's just for me that I'm putting up this little nice display case for things, because I know no one is ever going to look at that shit.
Yes. I pulled up my Steam profile to look at achievements before we talked about this, and I remembered that like my Steam profile right now is just decked out in Yakuza stuff, which like appropriate, love it. And yeah, I'm the only person who's ever going to see my shiny plate around my Majima profile picture with my Yakuza 7 whatever thing on the back theme that I bought because I had Steam points laying around, and I was like, what are these for? And I just, let's see what Yakuza stuff we can buy. Yeah. So if we wanted a different future for achievements, we want harder achievements back. Is that sort of, we want to be able to show them off, and we want them to be worth it. We want them to be achievements.
Harder single player achievements. Death to multiplayer tied achievements, because they suck. Hate, especially in shooters. Hate achievements that are tied to like rankings or like doing really stupid stuff that is like might happen to you once in a blue moon, like the setup for something like that to be possible. Hate stuff like that. That's why I also hated Halo Infinite dailies, because they were really annoying, like the little daily missions. So death to multiplayer achievements, but more interesting and creative single player achievements that go beyond complete chapter 26.
Yeah, something. Viewers, fine. Stop giving me an achievement for every part of the game I finished. Just like tell me what % of the game I finished. Other people can see that too. And stop giving me achievements for doing dailies. Dailies are already their own thing. That's already like an achievement. You already like checked the box, but then it's 2 boxes, and I don't know. Now I care less. Yeah, no more of that. Well, thank you, Josh, for coming on to talk with us about all of our sins of achievements past. Did you have any other, like, I forget, did you have any other big achievement stories to tell? I think we got through most of them.
I think that's pretty much all of it, to be honest. I would completely agree with Molly. I would like it if Steam let me actually use these stupid things for something, definitely.
Yes.
But I think, I don't see any sign of any changing coming, and I think I will continue to pursue them for no reason whatsoever.
We look forward to finding out what your next perfect is going to be, Josh.
I'm excited to find out as well.
Thanks, Josh. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.